that have joined me on my other live, I have a great treat for you. My mom is here remotely. Say hi to my mom, everybody.
Hey y'all.
So today, today my mom is gonna be making something. So I'm gonna let her kind of explain what she's doing. Hi, Ricky. Ricky's here.
Hi, Ricky. Hey, don't Ricky. Good to see you guys. Food wise, I'm going to be showing you how to make Italian bread the way I love it. I'm from New York, so you move to the South, you're always looking for the perfect Italian bread, perfect cookie. And it's kind of hard to find that when you're living in a place. So, do bread. Right? I tried doing my dad's. It was a great bread. He would make, with starter. It was kind of out the fridge, and it would be a pinch off of that, and take a piece of that, and uh, the oven on. You spray the mist on a good crust. You had to do that. You had to uh, wait another 5 minutes, spray, and you know what? It just didn't taste um, like what I remember. It was good. To say that it was good. I love my dad. He was amazing, a great cook. I discovered something. Probably I don't even how many years ago. Do you remember how long it's been? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been several years since we've been doing this bread. On this bread, um, on a website was the New York Times. Mark Bittman, who took a trip to Hell's Kitchen, New York, to a little bakery, and found this guy who made the most amazing bread, and it was just so simple to do. You didn't need it. All you did was mix your ingredients. You let it sit. It ferments. It be bubbly and messy. I actually have, but you would put it in. And, well, I use a cast iron pan, and the dough sit for 12 hours. There, give or because you can play with that time. Um, you would put it, you would put the cold pot. Let me just show you like this. Here's my. Most of you have seen these, and I will. You stick. What you do is you stick this in a 500-degree oven. Okay, you take a cold pot with the top empty, and you slide it in your 500-degree. Well, I'm sorry. Shut my mouth. What you do is you take the cold pan with the lid, and you would put it in a cold oven. You would preheat the oven to 500. Um, yes, I bake my. This is insanely delicious, but so easy. So you have a cold pot with the top. It's empty. You put it in a cold oven. You set the oven to 500 degrees, and you let it preheat. Okay. Doing this at the end of your 12 hours, and it's a half an hour. What I do is throw flour on my table. And I do set these because and that's just the way we had growing up. But and I would put that my dough. The dough is messy. It's fermented, wet. It's bubbly. You would just put that on your table board. Just shape it in a nice little round thing. Put it in that really hot pot and let it with the top back on, and you would let it bake when I say bake, it's almost just it's just you have this whole thing. My dad used to spray gun water in the oven, and it was just um, it's just a little labor. So this you've got steam going on the pot. Yeah, it's a great recipe. Okay, I'm reading this comment. You have to do this. It's so easy. You will love this. But I mean, the crust on there is insane. It really is. Doing is you're once you've got it in there 30 minutes, take the top off, you put it back in. I put mine in around 12, and you just get the house smells like a bakery. Just the way it's bread is supposed to be fatty, and I miss it, but I like my bread better. Um, it's so very nice. Got your holy, holy. Can you see now? Bubbles, that fermented bread. It's just anyway. So it is delicious, Dana. It's so good. It's crazy. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you the bread. Actually, the dough, what it looks like. So I've actually got a tea pot in my 500-degree preheat. So I'm going to put some dough in. So let me just let you look. And you see what this looks like. It's a mess. It's bubbly. It smells like yeasty. And the longer you let it sit, it almost gets like an alcohol fragrance. But anyway, so I'm going to do that. Christina, what are you thinking?
Oh, so I actually just put in these ear things so I could hear. I was realizing that I couldn't actually, like, I wanted to be able to interact with you, so I had to make a couple changes here. So I have these in.
Okay. Okay, you can hear me now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I was wondering. I was talking. I was talking and you were answering. Okay, I feel better. Um, anyway, yeah, so you know how easy this bread is. It's ridiculously easy. Pop-Up had delicious bread. He had great bread. He was, hardcore. He did it just the way, a good Italian boy does it, and he made everybody happy with his bread. But once I found this recipe, it was, I have Daddy's, I'll call him Daddy, but Pop-Up's recipe, and I keep it because every once in a while I might actually pull it out and do it. But there's just nothing like this. So I've already showed you what the bread looks like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to,
It looks so good.
uh,
I said it looks so good.
so good. And so what I did was I made, since David is not here anymore, he would come home and he would insist there was nothing to eat. But I always had something in the house that he could have. He just had a restaurant palate. he liked restaurant food. So he would go out a lot. But when David left, I literally I had so much stuff in my fridge and my freezer. I got rid of so much. And he left, and now I'm trying to think of what I can give Daddy. And the only thing I had was cheese and bread. Really, I mean, we morning. But so I did that for him. Anna, how are you? Anna Raposo. It's good to see you. Anyway, so I made Daddy grilled cheese tonight. That's what we had. I made him a grilled cheese with this beautiful bread. And I also did something else. I also made, and this is so easy. Of course, if making it with fresh oregano. I happen to have oregano. I don't know how many people know, um, but oregano is a perennial. In other words, it grows back every year, which maybe I should know that, but I didn't know that. I had planted it maybe 4 years ago. I realized that it was growing back every year. So it's beautiful, it's full, and it's different, and I have it there when I eat it. So I made This is an oregano garlic butter. Really simple. You have now I use salted butter because I didn't have any unsalted. But all I did was I chopped up some fresh garlic and some fresh oregano and minced it fine, and a little bit of lemon juice, salt, and pepper. And I mixed it. The butter wasn't melted. Don't melt your butter. Especially don't melt your butter if you're planning on using it. Um, it's one thing to do it in baking, but when you melt your butter, once you melt your salted butter, I don't know, Christina, maybe you know this. It's like it's becomes super salty. It's like it separates somehow.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of weird.
yeah, it is weird. I can't really explain it, but so while I should have used unsalted, what I ended up doing was putting everything in the recipe that called for this butter, but not realizing that I had the salt from the butter. So I had to put another stick of butter in it and more oregano. But it's delicious. So it's fresh minced garlic, fresh minced oregano, and butter, a little bit of like a teaspoon of lemon juice, and some salt and pepper. And it is really yummy.
It sounds really good. Pudgy's
really
here.
yummy.
Hi, Pudgy.
Hi, Pudgy. Welcome. Food again.
Sammy's here too.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I'm really glad. It's nice too, since this is my first time. Just to see familiar names is really nice. So I appreciate that. I really do.
Thank you. That's really sweet, Sammy.
Oh, anyway, so I don't know who wants to make bread. We are going to do this. So I've already showed you the bread. I'm going to show you again if you haven't seen it. This insanely
She's so
delicious
prepared,
bread.
guys. She's so prepared.
Well, my first time. This is my first time I'm prepared. That doesn't mean I'll be prepared next time. Anyway, delicious. So, and also I have to tell you, Christina, Daddy is king of Craigslist. And he is. So he found, let me show you, let me unplug it. He found this on Craigslist.
Sammy says that you look like her aunt.
Oh, that's sweet. And you also ate bread like this today. Okay, so you can see what this is, right? Can you tell what it is?
A slicer?
It's a slicer.
Oh.
It's super cool. Super cool. Daddy, I'm like, oh gosh, another thing, where are we going to put it? But I'm telling you what, it slices the bread so perfectly. So, I mean, isn't that cool? It looks perfect.
Hey, ironically, I have a KitchenAid sharpener in the carousel.
You do?
I do,
Okay.
I do, which is really cool. I
Bring
just
that
noticed
up.
that.
Can we see
Yeah,
a
I
picture
actually
of it?
have it highlighted so you can see.
Okay, let me look and see if I can see on this phone over here. That's always a good thing. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me see something.
Sammy, every day is a good day for bread. Every day.
Oh yes. Look what I have.
So, what is
Can
that?
you see that? It's a sharpener.
Oh, yeah. That's really good. So, Liz says, is it a meat slicer or is it made for bread?
You know what? I think it is a meat slicer. Okay, now I have to figure out. Oh, here we are. Yeah, it is a meat. I think it's a meat slicer, but it's perfect for bread. If I, hold on, I want to get these comments back up again. Yeah, I think it's a meat slicer, but it works beautifully on this kind of bread. It's a nice, and you know what? Even if my regular white bread, I use it on that as well. So, okay, let me do this. Sorry, I lost the chat. The chat. Here we are. Um, I'm new to this.
Hi, John. Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I would say it's a meat slicer, Liz. I think
Yeah.
it is. Why not use it for bread, right? I mean, this is just. Can you beat these fine slices? I wonder if we have a something we can put up. I wonder if we can get one of those in the carousel.
Oh, Mr. Moderator can probably find some sort of slicer from Amazon so you guys can take a look.
Yeah, I think everybody. It saves so much time, and you know what I do when I do this? I slice it and I freeze it. Since it's only Daddy and I mean, there's just no point. We'll eat all the bread, trust me. And Daddy likes this bread a lot better than he likes my regular white bread. So
yeah, like some sort. You know what? I think I saw some sort of bread slicer on Amazon. So yeah, I'm gonna see if Mr. Moderator can find us a nice bread slicer, and we can put that up in the chat for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure he can find one. So what I thought I would do is, since I showed you, we're going to put a bread together to put in the oven. Since I already have my blazing hot oven with a now blazing hot pan and empty pan and top, we're going to take this, and I want you to see how goopy it is. Because if I'm not careful, it'll pour. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. I can do this. There we go. Oh, thanks. That helps.
Pudgy says, I have a slicer. It's called a cat. She got, some sharp killer nails. Oh my God.
Oh, killer sharp nails. Now for using it for not for using for bread. Probably not for bread. No, thank you. Okay, so let me. Now I'm not. I'm just going to show you because I don't think I can get this. Maybe I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little flour. I've got my regular flour. I'm going to put a little bit on my board. And then I'm going to take some sesame seeds. They're raw sesame seeds. Oops.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and then I put it right on top of my my whatchamacallit here. My did he find one?
He did. He put it in the chat.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. And it's wooden too, which is really nice. Actually, it's bamboo. That's really nice, actually.
I like that. It's eco-friendly.
Well, I like wood because wood seems to go with like everything. So if you have like a bunch of like crazy colors in a house and stuff like that, like wood is gonna go with everything, which is really nice.
I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little more. I like a lot of sesame seeds. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different too. I normally just plop it out on there. I have this. Here, let's see if I can find that. I have and I'm not going to find it now, probably. All right, forget that. I am just going to grab my spatula. Do you like the color?
Yes, that is my favorite color. Everybody knows that is my favorite color. I say it like a million times on every single chat, pretty much.
It is your
or
favorite.
live.
I had a red, one of those soft things that you put on when you scrape things out, and I don't know what in the world I did with it. Okay, so we're just going to have to use this. And so what I do is I just take, let me see if I can turn this around a little bit. I'm just going to plop it out on top of my skiff, a little bit of flour and sesame seeds. And I'm just going to gently let it roll. I really want you to see this, guys. We're going to figure this thing out where we can see everything I'm doing.
You're so much more gentler with the dough than I am. I literally take my hands and I just like go like that and get it out of the bowl.
No,
I'm so unprofessional.
I'm just sick of having monster block hands.
Yeah.
So
that's me.
See.
The monster.
I'm just gonna do this. And you can see I've just got it on top of the, and I'm just going to take, oh, look what I found. Too late. I found it. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I've got the seeds that are underneath. I'm just going to kind of, you're not
Oh
really
yeah,
seeing that.
you're much
You see?
more gentler than me. Yeah,
All
that
right,
that
hold
looks
on.
that's so much more professional, guys. I
You're
just
so
literally
ridiculous.
take my hands and I'm like,
Yeah, but magic comes out of her kitchen either way.
Ricky said, I need to know the
Oh,
secret dough recipe.
Ricky, you need to know. Yes, this
That's
is
so
ridiculous.
catchy.
I'm serious. If you love bread, I'm looking down there. If you love bread, you have to do this bread. It's just way too easy. Anyway, so I've been seeing some really cute things on the internet. I love YouTube videos. They show. I think Amazon needs to do that. Does Amazon do that? Do they have like tutorials on different things?
So it's funny that you bring that up because Amazon, so on their product pages, if you scroll down, they actually have like creators and stuff like that, including myself, who have personally bought products from Amazon and tried them out. Like, so for instance, not everybody does this though, but if you scroll down on a product page, you can see what creators have, like videos that creators have made, and like the
Okay.
ones that I do personally, I actually test so when I did the Smeg toaster, I did a video on that, and now it's on the Amazon product page, and it shows like how I made toast and like how it varies in like different like between like light, dark, and all the different settings. So yeah, they
Okay.
actually do. It depends on. I think it depends on the creator though, because everybody's going to vary as far as in like what they're putting out there. But me personally, I love to show because people want to see what the product looks like, or they want to show like the product in action, not just what it looks like. You know?
Yeah, it's really important and it's so helpful.
Yeah.
It really is. So, do they have your evaporative heater commercial yet?
You mean the cooler?
The cooler. I love that. You need to
the
put that up.
Yeah,
It's just so.
that is in Amazon, by the way. That is in Amazon. I uploaded that to Amazon, so everybody wants to see that. It is available on
Oh my
Amazon. My crazy, hair blowing with the wind and all that
God.
craziness. Yeah.
It's so perfect. It's so cute. I love it. And it's so informative. It seriously is. Okay, so I've got what I've done now is I've made my bread pretty looking. I turned it upside down because sometimes what I do is I actually,
So
which
we can't see the bread.
no, I know I was going to come over here and show you. I'm
Ah.
still trying to figure out this tripod, to be honest with you. So I am just dip it over and let you look.
Oh, that
I'll
looks
think.
perfect.
So what I'm going to do something crazy here, and it didn't really work well for me earlier. I thought it was going to be just really pretty and make this amazing design, but it didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take scissors, combine them. Let's see. I have way too many things here, and I'm not finding my scissors. So, oh, here they are. Okay, so what a lot of people do now, well, okay, so there's this item that people use for making beautiful bread, and one of the things they do, it's a razor that they actually, and you've probably seen it in action somewhere along the line, but they make these beautiful designs on their bread. And what a lot of times what they do is and I'm going to do this because I want to see. You're all just experimenting with me. You're going to see that it's going to be awesome or not awesome. So you'll see the outcome, and I think
It
it's
is,
either
but it isn't.
that's what I'm trying to say. So what I've done is I've made this bread, even because it's loose bread. You got to remember this is fermented bread. It's dough, and it's looser. It's wetter. I've added a little flour to the top of this, and I've tightened it up, tightened the surface up a little bit by tucking it underneath. Okay, so I got my scissors, and I'm going to try making some cuts in the top before I put it in. And I'm coming around this way, so hold on. I'm coming out on this side. Let's look. Look, can you see? Okay, you can see. So I'm going to do something crazy. See what I'm doing?
Oh no!
But look how cute that looks.
No, actually, that looks really cute. I would have never thought of that, but that looks really cute.
It does, but I really have the sick feeling that is only looking cute when it's raw. So,
well, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. So
it should have some sort of dent in it. That's what I'm thinking. There has to be some sort of thing that you're gonna see some sort of dent. I'm thinking. I'm only guessing, but I'm thinking that there's gonna be some sort of design.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping, because it looks like it's already filling up right now. So what I do is, you gotta be super careful when you're doing this, Christina. You know you've done this. You don't want to, have third-degree burns. Try to.
Right.
So if you can you see me? You can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna put. I've got my oven. I'm opening my oven. And Christina, there's something else I want to share with you. You know how we used to wrap the bottom of the pan in foil?
Yes.
Keep it from burning, which it will, because the heat, once you put oil on the bottom, it will deflect the heat and you will not burn the bottom of your bread. So all I do is I take a square. This is it. Look. This is what I do. I put this on the bottom on the rack, and I put my bread in there, cover it, and that's all you need. So I'm taking these. These were pop-ups, by the way.
Ah.
Just picking up my bread, and I'm plopping it in there. Carefully putting my lid back on. Putting it back on the foil.
Amazon customer, thanks for the follow.
Hey. Ooh. That's exciting. All right, hold on. Let me put my timer on 30 minutes. So while we're talking, so what I want to do, which I'll do in a minute, I will, we'll make a bread together. I'll show you how easy it is to mix the dough. It's just ridiculously easy. So Christina, what are your
pretend that the bread is in front of me and I am enjoying it with you.
Really hard for me. This is the whole point of doing something like this, is I want to share, and I can't share it. Anna, this is so easy. It is so easy. Seriously. So these were pop-ups. I have a few things that are pop-up. Pop-up was the king of kitchen utensils and kitchen products.
Oh yeah, I remember that he made his own pasta and stuff like that too.
He did amazing things. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
One of the things I ever made, I would love to make, is this Easter pie. Remember Easter pie? So that actually had a pastry crust. So it was on the bottom and it was on the top. It was, surrounded the whole thing. But it was cheeses and salami and prosciutto and just this gorgeous layering. So flavorful. It really was. It was so delicious. And I've never made it. Have you made the caponata?
Oh yeah, but it's been it's been a while ago, because I feel like I'm the only one that's going to eat it. Like, Mr. Moderator is not going to eat it.
Dana! Is this a new Dana?
I don't know. Dana, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. Dana, tell me which Dana you are, because I know it's not my Dana, my client Dana that's currently in the chat. So it's a different Dana, I'm guessing. I'm so confused. Let me know.
Yeah. That's so great. Thank you so much for following. Yeah, I do. There are some things I don't do. I love the caponata.
Oh,
That's an eggplant for those who don't know.
we have another follower. Hill Country
I
Mom, thanks for the follow.
You from my neighborhood? I'm kind of in hill country, right?
You definitely are.
We
Mr.
love this.
Moderator with the horns, I'm sorry, I totally got you off track here. Continue.
That's a, it's amazing. It's always a miracle when I can go back to what I was talking to. I just don't. I have less and less of that ability. I'll be like, I
Ah,
just don't remember. Dana! It's my friend Dana. It's Dana from
it's
work.
your Dana. You have a Dana too. We all have
Hi, Dana.
Danas.
Oh, thank you so much. I showed Dana how to make this spread. Dana, you're amazing. This is one amazing lady. She is just such a blessing. She really is. Dana, thank you so much for coming. This is so cool. I really and thank you for following. That is so sweet of you. It really is. Yeah, she's probably one of the most amazing ladies at Lacey Spring, where am I allowed? I feel like I'm on TV. Am I allowed to say that? Lacey Spring Elementary. I'm going to say it. And oh my gosh. Okay, so okay.
It's Ricky says it's like that night when Sammys were everywhere.
Dana's just over. Thank you so much. I love you. She's really a super lady. She really is. Everybody should know Dana.
So, is Hill Country Mom your friend too, or is she someone new that found us from Amazon?
I love you, Dana. I love you, Dana. I truly love you, Dana. You are one amazing lady. You are so special. Seriously, everybody loves Dana. Dana, so is that your, well, it says, is that your logo? Is that your name on Amazon? Are you Hill Country?
No, that's someone different.
Be different. Okay. It would say that, right? Most popular name. Like, you know what? Johnny Kong, my brother's name is John. And hey, Julian.
Julian's here!
It's me! Sammy!
Rosalinda is here! Oh my gosh.
I'm not.
Yes. But my mom's. but, but my mom is Ferraro.
Okay, I'm seeing that. Oh my gosh. Namjin, how are you?
Namjin's here!
Get to see me. This is me.
Yes, and Rosalinda, that is my mother. This is officially my mother, guys, for those that are just joining.
Hey, how are you, Rosalinda? I have to remember that you are SAHM.
Yes.
You are. Okay. Awesome.
That means
Rochelle.
stay-at-home mom.
Aww.
Keith is here. Hi, Keith.
I adopt you.
So Hill Country Mom says, I am from Ruidoso, New Mexico. Found you on Amazon. Awesome, awesome. So happy to have you, by the way.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, I'm working on my biceps. I'm lifting pans. I'm lifting hot 500-degree pans with bread dough.
She lifts just in a different way.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Keith
so
just finished his bicep workout. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're just talking about things that pop up, which was my father, who's gone, would make, and when we had meals at, I know, I have to remember. Look here.
Yes, Rosalinda. Yes.
What does she say? This is who I. It was me.
Now you know.
I'm so good to you too. Thank you, Rosalinda. I was happy that you won. But yeah, so Christina, you know that meals in our house, in Nana and Pop-Up's house, it was a huge, holidays were a huge thing. So food.
Oh yeah.
food, just food coming out of the kitchen from every possible corner. Um, and yeah, so I would say that Papa was in his 40s. He's a first generation Italian American.
Yep.
Um, and so his father was born in Italy, and so he was raised, eating good Italian food. And so, but he didn't really start to create his own, type of things. He didn't feel, I guess, the need to do what he did when he was in his 40s. He just started cooking and baking and researching and creating and you know what, everybody, I would have to say everybody in our family is a foodie, pretty much.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves to cook and create, and we all love to eat, and some of us more than others. That's why I need to work those biceps. Anyway, yeah, we had a lot of cool stuff, and so the caponata, an eggplant. You might be seeing stuff that I'm not seeing yet. Oh, there's my arm going. I'm looking at this for the
Sometimes
comments.
there's like a little delay when like you watch like the playback and stuff like that. So Julian says, now Mama Ferraro, be honest with us. Don't you think Mr. Moderator needs to buy your daughter a KitchenAid so that she can make things?
She has a kitchen.
Okay, so here's what. So Julian is referring to the color of this that's going to match all of my other appliances that you guys see in the back, or that you can't see today, but
Sea
it
glass,
matches.
right?
Well, yeah, but I found, so the sea glass is not going to match, but they have a KitchenAid that's exactly this color, which is the color of my Smeg toaster, my Smeg juicer, and my Smeg milk frother.
I have seen. You're right. I think that the sea glass is bluer looking.
It's more shiny. Johnny says, I miss my nanny cooking.
Christina does need to color coordinate.
I do. I agree. 100%.
So seafoam mist is the color that she's looking for, Ricky. Is that right?
Seafoam. Is it seafoam mist, Ricky? Whatever this color is in KitchenAid, that's what I need. Mr. Moderator.
Moderator. At least put it in the carousel. There it is, folks. Get her that kitchen.
You're speaking to Keith is speaking to Johnny. Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay, so Ricky says that's what he's seen it called. Oh, so you're when you say nanny, is it your grandmother, Johnny, that you're talking about? Is it Johnny that said that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it your grandmother when you say nanny? Let's see. Are you seeing anything? Oh my God,
Rosalinda, yeah. Dash has some good products. That waffle maker is really, really, really cute. And actually, here's another color that happens to match my decor in my kitchen.
Show us. You gonna show us?
Yes, I just highlighted it in the carousel.
Look.
Oh, Johnny says my mother's mother. Okay, yeah. So yeah, your grandmother. That makes sense.
That's really wonderful that you have her.
She said, Christina, love all your shiny curls. Oh my gosh. They're like, I feel I cannot. Mr. Moderator loves when I wear my hair down, but it's I have a lot of hair and it's really thick, and so it's like a rare occasion if I ever wear it down. So you better enjoy this.
She has beautiful hair, and she had curls pretty much from the time she was born, and she was a strawberry blonde. Can I say that?
Yes, I had strawberry blonde hair,
and her eyes. Her eyes are actually bluer than we call them hazel, Christina, but they've got some blue in there. You do. Shiny. Okay, we're talking about, ooh, good deal.
I own the red, white, and black all dash waffle maker, only because I got all three for $5 a piece. That's insane.
I'm gonna wet my whistle. Um,
Yeah, I have
anyway,
coffee and water.
Bart, I have fizzy water. Hey, let me ask you, do we have this on? Hold on, let me show you this. I know everybody's probably seen this. It's the Soda Stream. Whoops.
Oh, Christina, our cousin Christina is here. Hi,
Hey,
welcome.
hi, Kujina.
Happy to see you here. It's been a
I
long
have.
time. I feel like it's been a really long time.
Are you asking me, Rosalinda, if I've joined Christina in the early AM? Because I haven't. I work, and I'm still looking forward to the summer. Maybe. All right, let me figure out what I'm doing here.
Oh, so Ricky wants to know how long does the bread take to bake?
The bread takes 30 minutes with the cover on at 500 degrees, and then you take the cover off, and it's another 10 to 15 minutes. I usually do a little lower. It's pretty hot, um, so this one is 30 minutes and another 12 minutes, about 12 minutes. And again, I do a sheet of, and we used to wrap the whole thing in foil to keep the bottom from burning. But I use just a square of foil underneath the pot before I put the pot in to the cold oven, and that deflects the heat. Just that thin layer of foil underneath that it sits on. That deflects the heat, so the bottom doesn't burn. And believe me, without it, the bottom burns. You remember,
Yeah.
Christine?
Oh, I've tried. Yeah, I tried it without, and it was a complete disaster.
So,
Oh, so Rosalinda said, "Have you ever joined their stream, Christina? Oh, in the early morning." Rosalinda, how early are we talking? Because I go to bed really. I here's the thing. In my defense, I do a lot during the day, and I'm pretty much working all the way through like the end of the night. I mean, Mom, you know, like I
yeah,
work super late, so I end up going to bed really late, and so then I don't wake up super early. Like I think my time frame is pretty much like 9:30 that I wake up. So probably not if it's earlier than that. So
so
yeah.
you're now. What is she asking? What is she asking? Have you ever joined
Oh,
their?
yeah, so there's someone that streams. It's Cat and Nat's Picks, their stream, and apparently they stream early in the morning. But Rosalinda was asking if I saw it early in the morning, and I was like, if it's earlier than 9 or 9:30, probably not. So I'm not an early bird. I'm gonna just own it right here. I am not an early bird.
It's
So
not like you're not busy though. I mean,
no,
that's
I mean I'm
you're doing,
constantly working.
yeah. And I'll tell you, I really do well with 8 hours of sleep, and I know that you need your sleep.
Yeah, I
I
need those 8 hours too.
and I would have to tell you that for the most part, and for a long time, especially when I was driving a bus, I was up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I probably was going on 5 hours on average
Oh my
every
god.
day.
I would die. I would be this I would totally be zombie Christina. Like that's just me. I'm
It is smart to get enough sleep. It really makes a
yeah.
difference in your health
Let me
and your
catch up with these comments here. Okay. So Keith says, in the day I had long hair down to my shoulder, but every time the heat, my I guess we had heat or whatever, my hair would puff up or curls or both. So I did the mohawk. My hair naturally stuck up. That's cute.
so your hair is curly. Okay, so you're talking about, and that's, I lived, and Christina can relate to this. When you have curly hair, humidity is either your friend or your enemy, and for me, it was my enemy. Humidity just crazy. Yeah, really. Yeah. So it was yeah, and my hair changed a lot once it went white. It's just different. I know I have some curl left, but nowhere near what I had.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Christina,
but
we miss you too, by the way. I'm just seeing your comment. It has been very long. Um, oh my gosh, I've got to catch up here, guys. Bear with me. I'm catching up on all these comments here. So Keith says, wow, homemade bread. Rosalinda said, oh my God, beautiful bread. Nothing is better than a loaf of homemade, fresh, warm bread. Definitely.
seriously,
And you said it's 7 a.m. my time. Oh, that's when the stream is, but I think it would be 9 a.m. your time. Yeah. So I'd probably be just waking up. So I'll have to like purposely remember to watch that stream or like mark it on my calendar or something. Johnny says,
okay.
during flashback lunch and dinner times, I remember I was eating snacks, chips. She's staring what you're eating, and it's time. Okay, I'm just trying to read. I'm understand your comment here. Okay. And then Keith says 3 a.m. for me. Well, sometimes. That's early. That's too early. Ricky says,
Oh,
I
and
wonder
what?
if a convection oven would not need the foil under the pot. What do you think?
That's a good question. I know that the heat is moving because it's got a fan or whatever it is that makes, gives it that type of cooking.
Right.
Honestly, in my opinion, hot is hot.
Mm-hmm.
They actually say I read that induction ovens are not really meant for baking. Um, and so
Interesting.
and there's convection and then there's true convection because you can get an oven that's got the fan and it just doesn't work the same as a true convection oven. I
Mm-hmm.
personally think 500 degrees, no matter what you're using, is going to be 500 degrees, and I don't know that intense heat with a convection is going to make it any less likely to burn.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, so what I probably should do is maybe I should make some dough and let
Yeah.
everybody see.
Sure.
And you'll laugh at me. Okay. You want to see? Look. Here are my ingredients. I have them all measured out.
Oh, you see, she's much more professional than me, guys. She's got it all together. She's got the final product, the dough,
Because,
and now she's making more dough. Yeah, she
because
totally has me beat, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not that prepared on my lives.
oh, I do want to say to Keith because he did ask. He said school bus. Yes, I drove a school bus for maybe 7 years before I got into the classroom. I've done it all. I was in the cafeteria. I was a custodian. I was in. I drove a bus, and then I went into the classrooms. I work in a special ed classroom. A wonderful school, and the kids you fall in love with. It's very. Um, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work sometimes, but yes, school bus. School bus. Um,
Um, so Ricky says he has about 5 hours on a good night. Good lord. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know how you do it, Ricky, but
well, I want
Rosalinda
to know.
says,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Just going to say, I want to know why people don't sleep enough. Is it a phone thing? Do we get on our phones? Because I do this sometimes. I get on my phone and I'm staring at my phone and I'm looking at Facebook. I'm looking at Amazon. Are we just not getting enough sleep? Why are we not getting enough sleep?
They're
We
shopping
need to
on
get
Amazon. I mean, what else? What other excuse do you need?
very hard not to shop. Amazon has made shopping fun and easy. And I've
Definitely.
got my little. It really is an awesome thing, and you cannot beat honestly Prime, Amazon Prime. It's
Yeah.
worth, and for the most part, I know we had our glitches in Amazon deliveries, but they straightened that out. I think sometimes, like Christina, you were saying that sometimes you get something overnight,
Oh
and
yeah,
you got to watch
that's awesome.
that little button what is it? Buy now? The buy now
Yeah,
button?
it's great. It's like,
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Keith, you have ADHD. It is difficult to sleep. Your mind is always working, isn't it? I totally understand that. Yeah.
Rosalinda said she needs her 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I totally, I'm right there with you. I need more like 8, I feel. Um, but yeah. So, Ricky says probably in response to my comment about how prepared you are, it says she's watched the Food Network.
Oh,
So I'm sure. I know you have.
I'm so glad that you're here because I don't even, you're reading these comments and I'm kind of seeing them in bits. I don't know what the delay is. So I just got a comment from Ricky. I feel like I sleep enough. I stay up till I get sleepy. Then by daylight, I'm awake. Sometimes I may just lay in late but not sleep.
I've done that too.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I feel like if I don't get up early, and I like laying in bed just like anybody else, but I feel like if I don't get up early, I'm missing the day. And I can't tell you how I am really looking forward to this summer. It's going to be a strange summer for us, I'm excited, just see what will happen, see what we can do. And
I mean,
wait, let me get. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we're just gonna have more times to do lives, and you can bake.
Oh, I'm already thinking ahead on that. I'm thinking, what else can I do? Maybe we should take a poll and see what people are looking for food wise.
That's actually an awesome idea. So we will do that. I think maybe let's say that towards the end. So we're gonna take a poll towards the end. So start thinking of some things, guys, that you want to see my mom make, and keep that in your head or write it down. And we're gonna take a poll and see if we'll have some like double answers. Maybe we'll even kind of like maybe close our eyes and pick something, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna we're gonna see what you guys think we should make, or my mom should make. My mom should make next.
So that would.
Yeah, and that would be fun too. So Johnny says I'm usually asleep 12:30 until 8:30 or 9:30 in the morning. That sounds like me, Johnny. If I'm at work, daytime 8 to 4, wake up 4 a.m. That sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. 4 a.m. sounds horrible to me. So Keith says, yeah, I'm the same as Ricky. Watching TV or trying to play video games, a huge task for me. Cool seeing more Mama Ferraro baking. Yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. And then Johnny says my working hours 2 times is daytimes 8 to 4, and 2 times is 2 to 10 at night. Dana says your chocolate chip cookies, yum. Oh, you want to see? I know you have a recipe for chocolate chip cookies, but we're gonna take a couple more suggestions.
Which Dana is that?
I think that's your Dana.
My Dana. Well, I did bring in, so I think you're referring to the oatmeal chocolate chip.
Oh.
But did I put nuts? I don't even know.
I don't think you can go wrong if you do put I mean seriously, like walnuts would be wonderful, even pecans would be great. What kind of nuts do you use?
I did walnuts, and I also put coconut in them. And I also did not have enough vanilla extract, so I used maple extract. And let me tell you,
really good.
Amazing. It almost tasted like a graham cracker, kind of a flavor. It was delicious. It was good. I love pecans too, Ricky. I love, but definitely pecans. I love a good pecan pie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've made chocolate chip cookies with pecans before. Definitely, yeah. They're a sweeter nut. And I think there is something, I don't know if it's that I read that they have more protein in them than like a walnut. There's something about.
Interesting.
Yeah. But definitely a sweeter nut. All right. So are you all ready to make the dough for this bread. This is a no-knead, crusty bread. Um, you can do a lot of things. I put Kalamata olives in this. I use the technique, the no-knead technique, which is just simply mixing the stuff together, which is what we did and what we're doing. Mixing your ridiculously okay. So you've got flour, 3 cups of flour. This is your basic recipe. Three
All right,
cups of
listen up,
flour.
guys. Write down this recipe so that you don't miss out.
It's 3 cups of flour, and I just use unbleached all-purpose flour. I have used semolina, which turned out really nice, very different. But 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You've got a teaspoon. It's the original recipe says a teaspoon and a quarter. I lean more towards a teaspoon and a half of salt. And the original recipe calls for a quarter teaspoon, that small an amount. But you got to remember, a quarter teaspoon of yeast. You got to remember that you are letting this ferment, because we're not going to call it rising. It's not the same. This literally ferments. It bubbles and and just grows by just that small amount of yeast. I lean more towards a little more like a hefty quarter teaspoon. And then a cup and a half of water. And then you just what I do is I put my dry ingredients in a big bowl. I sift them together. I add my water, and I just take, and I'm just going to do it now. Okay, so I've got my pot. I'm going to add my flour.
Thank you, Ricky, by the way. Oh, he wants to know what's after salt. It's the 1.5 cups of water, right?
Okay, yes, so you've got 3 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a hefty quarter teaspoon of yeast, and 1.5 cups of water. So I'm just adding all my dry ingredients. This is so silly, guys. I mean, seriously, if you can't do this, I don't know what to say. Then you just
B
don't want
is
to do
here.
it.
Welcome, B.
Ooh, let me see. Oh, hi, B. Oh, yeah, Italian food. Let me do
This is my mom, B, by the way. That's my mom.
Hello? Oh, I gotta wave over here. I'll figure this
Oh,
out.
I gotta point this way, right? Because you guys are seeing the screen. That's my mom.
I point that way. Opposite. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get a whisk. And just gonna whisk my dry ingredients. Oh, okay. Can you hear the beeping?
Yeah.
Okay, that is my oven. And so I am going to take the lid off. I'll take you over there. Let's see if I can walk around, if I don't knock anything over. You can see my messy counter.
This is like vlog style live right here, guys.
Okay, yeah. So look at it is Italian. Look at the things I have on. Christina, did you see the things on the wall? I went on a little bit of a kick with the little chef waiter type guys. I think they're so cute. They're so cute. Okay, so hold on. Let's see if I can do this.
Let me read Keith's comment while you're sitting up here. So Keith said, I have failed so many times with just making dough, but now I succeeded making dough. Making pizza is cool, but I don't eat pizza all the time. Well, Keith, this recipe is super simple, super easy. Yeah.
Okay, I think you know what? I actually just figured this out, Christina. I was sitting there, almost breaking this tripod, trying to figure out how to do what I just did. All I needed to do was unscrew this, so it would. Okay, all right. So let me get my. Here we go. All right. So I don't know how much you'll see when I do this, but okay. So guys, I cleaned my oven for you. Okay.
You guys are very special. Let me tell you.
So okay, blazing hot. Remember, it's 500 degrees. You're going to be super careful.
I like the color of your pot, by the way.
Thank you. I bet you do. You know what? I think I got this one at HEB in Texas.
Oh.
Okay, so see, this is cute and different. because I tucked it and did a little bit, that's actually what it looks like already. Did a little design on it, Christina?
Yeah, that actually looks really good.
Cute, right? But because I worked the dough a little bit more, and I tucked it in a little bit so I could get a design on there. It's actually taking a different shape. So I am putting it on for 12. You know what? I'm going to put it on for 10 minutes. No, I am going to put it on for 12. It looks a little tight to me.
So B, I haven't been watching the CrossFit Games. I know this is really weird for me to say, but I don't actually really watch any sports. I just like to lift weights and bodybuild and eat food. So I'm like, I know that sounds like horrible. I don't really watch any sports. I'm sorry.
Oh, we don't watch sports here. I'm sorry to say for some people that might be troubling, but we are not.
Oh no, they're gonna end. They're gonna get out of the live. We're doing something much better than CrossFit and workouts, guys. We are making bread. Okay, well, my mom is making bread, so
It is a workout. I feel like you're here with me though, Christina. I really
food.
wish I could give you.
Yeah, and food is life, guys. Okay, so
It is, and bread is the staff of life. If you haven't heard.
exactly.
Okay, I am. You know what? I'm going to do this since I just figured it out. I'm going to actually lower the camera and let you peek at what I'm doing.
Just so you don't feel as bad, guys, bread, or not bread in particular, but carbs are actually the body's preferred source of energy.
Aha, smart body. All right. Okay, so
The butter looks good, by the way.
this is just ridiculously easy, and I'll give you for this if anybody wants it. Okay, let me just look because I guess this is Ricky. Let's see. 3 cups all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, heavy, 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, 1.5 cups of water. That's it. And I'm just going to show you how I put it together, okay? So I sifted my dry ingredients. And I've got my water that I've measured out already. And I'm just going to pour it in. And you know what? I don't like using my hands on this because it is a messier dough. It's wetter. Mm-hmm. So, and then all I do is I just, I turn it around until all that water is incorporated. You have to work it a little bit because you don't want any clumps of dry, flour in there. Especially if you, and I've done that. So, you really have to make sure you get every bit of that flour incorporated. But it's not hard. Are you seeing that? You know what?
Oh,
Christina,
yeah.
Is my video clearer to you than it is to me?
No, it looks great. Yeah, sometimes when you watch your own playback, sometimes it could be kind of like, I don't know, weird, but no, everything looks great on my end, by the way. If you guys, let me know in the chat if you guys can see everything clearly.
Okay, so B, I'm guessing that you watch CrossFit games. If I watch any sport type thing, I like watching, and I don't even know what it's called. It's they have these people that go on these. It's all kinds of things. They're super muscular or super fit people, and they jump over things and they climb up things. What is that called? Does anybody know? It's called a.
Oh, are you talking about like those? Lizzie said the video stopped working, but the video's clear on our side, and I'm pretty sure everybody else. Ninja, is it Ninja?
Oh, yeah. American Gladiator is another one, but I love those. I think those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
And has anybody watched? And I'm kind of here and there with the guys that moderate this show. Not Mr. Moderator. We're not talking about Mr. Moderator. Mr. Moderator is A+, A1. What is the name of that golfing show?
Golfing show?
The mini golf show. I know you all have seen that. I know you have. I'm
American
serious.
Ninja Warrior, not well. Okay, that was what you were referring to before, right?
Or that was before. Yeah, whatever it is they do, I am so impressed by people that have that. And Christina, I'm impressed when I watch you doing chin ups. I mean,
Oh,
that's to me insane. It's insane. I can't get over it.
I
It's just a,
mean they're hard. I'm not gonna lie, but
well, I mean, I see the kids on the playground doing the monkey bars, or whatever. That's what they call them, right? They go straight across. And I
mm-hmm.
am so impressed by 5 year olds having the strength to go 10. Dana, I don't know if you're still out there, but if you've watched these kids out on the playground, not Shark Tank. That's it.
Shark Tank is that show that they show like that they have like different companies come out and try to pitch their stuff to
Yeah.
get money for their company.
Yes, I think that's a very interesting show, and I think it's a great thing for some people
Yeah.
to have, being able to do that for them. So that's it, guys. Look, can you see it?
Oh yeah, it
That's a
looks good. Looks like a perfect dough.
perfect dough, and here's Christina, and you can either back me up or research it or whatever. But from what I understand, um, when something is fermented, like a dough that's fermented, it actually eats the sugar when it's fermenting.
I've
So
heard that too.
yeah, and so on some level, it's better for you. Um, and some people also say, Johnny Khan says, I do love pull bar before and after workplace. Okay, you do that after work? I don't do
Keith
that.
said, sadly, I wasn't able to do those monkey bars. I tried to watch kids and mimic what they did as swinging, but I wasn't really able to. I wasn't a healthy kid back then. You know what, Keith? I was not athletic. People ask me, because they see me lifting weights and stuff like that. They ask me, so were you an athlete? Did you participate in any sports? And I was like the complete opposite. I was like, I was not anything like at all. Like I didn't play any sports in school. And I could definitely not do the monkey bars in school either. So don't feel bad. It's what matters is what you're doing now for your life and what you're planning for your future. So we all have things that, we had to improve upon and stuff like that. So definitely don't worry about that. I totally get it. I didn't do anything sporty.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I am hyper aware of kids on the playground that are not. I just kind of watch out. You have to watch out for little people. That's I'm kind of maybe getting a little off track here, but I would have been watching you, Keith. I would have been hanging out with you, and I don't like to feel that any child is feeling less than for any reason, and you weren't less
We
than.
we would have been buddies with you, Keith. That's why
Yes.
we're buddies with you now. And that's we're now on the live. We're meeting all these great people. So
Keith, you said you're ADHD, and my husband was diagnosed ADHD. Probably, I don't know. Christina, do you know this? That Daddy was diagnosed
yeah,
with
I
ADHD.
think I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and that was. I mean, he went to a professional person, and it's hard. It's hard. It's just you're creative people, but your mind is on overdrive a lot of times, and
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult to be focused on one thing sometimes. As when you have ADHD or ADD, it's just hard. But anyway, I am done with this. This is going to
Okay.
sit 12 hours. If I let this sit 12 hours, and I could do 8 hours. I could do six if I wanted to. Honestly, if you guys want to speed this up, you could put warmer water. I wouldn't go over 115 or so degrees. You don't want to destroy your yeast. If you have too much heat in your yeast, in your dough, yeast doughs, you can destroy the yeast and it won't rise. Okay. Oh, how funny. So this is Ricky saying, I watch NASCAR races. Oh, I was looking for a spatula like yours and could not find one. Lizzie, I remember, I think I
Oh,
got
well, there
this.
you go.
Yeah, I think I might have gotten this at Kohl's. Just look up because it's a scallop. Is it a shell? Oh no, it's a cupcake. It's a cupcake. Can you see? Here, let me raise this up now. We're done with this, so I could do this. Let me fix this. Maybe. Oh no, I'm doing the wrong thing. Here we go.
So
Okay.
Keith
I'm wondering
said
why.
this was in the night. Oh wait, did we finish reading Ricky's comment here?
We didn't finish reading it. Okay, so oh, okay.
Let's see what
Those
Ricky
look like
said.
okay. So I watch NASCAR races, and most people don't realize how fit those drivers have to be. Most races are a few hours long. They are constantly battling the steering wheel, and the interior of the car is as hot as 120 or higher. Wow, they can lose 6 to 8 pounds of weight in one race. Wow, so they're sweating like
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. I would imagine holding onto that steering wheel, you're probably doing a total core workout when you're that tense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Keith said this was in the 90s. I wasn't diagnosed since I was 2008. This was after my father passed. Um, it wasn't the kids or teachers' fault. Back then, ADHD and Asperger's wasn't really a thing, I think, but I forgave everyone who thought I was weird. I like being weird.
I love you, Keith. I think you're awesome. You know what? That I people with that, and I've worked with kids with Asperger's, and you are a unique and wonderful person. Be comfortable being you. Be you because you are exactly who you are meant to be. And I think
Absolutely.
that you notice with do you feel like you have a focus as a person with Asperger's? Do you feel that you are have an because I think there's a strong bent for people on the spectrum with that are savant like people that have just a special ability, a keen awareness of something that a lot of us don't have. So I just think that's awesome. So you're right. You need to be happy with who you are because you are meant to be who you are. You're created
Exactly.
to be. So, and I'll tell you,
Um,
they. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of people on the spectrum that people are becoming more and more aware of the level of brilliance of people on the spectrum, and they're creative, and they're using them in their corporations, and they're creating things that a lot of things that we see in technology are being created by people on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's awesome. Be
Um,
who you are.
so Christina wants to know what heat you said for the bread.
500 degrees, super hot, 500 degrees. Hold on, you know what? My oven is going off, so I'm going to take out this bread. 500
Ricky's
degrees.
Ricky
Yeah.
says, I wish Danica Patrick could have won a race before quitting NASCAR. She came so close many times. Yeah, that is a shame. I know. B says it was Aaron Rodgers who was holding her back. Um, B says Elon Musk has Asperger's. Does he? I didn't know that.
I have heard that. Yeah.
Um, Ricky says I agree. B. She had a bunch of bad wrecks, and she got to thinking it was time to do something else. I mean, it is a dangerous sport, so I can understand that.
I don't blame her for wanting to do something else.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, some people, I mean, some people do crazy things because not. I don't know. Some people say there are some people that have a death wish. I don't know. I don't know that for sure, but you have to have a certain level of courage. And
Mm-hmm.
with people that are in the military, people that go out there and are protecting our country, it just takes a
Right.
special to do that. I'm just, I really seriously believe that. It's very special. Okay, I'm going to let you see the bread, guys. Actually,
Moment of truth, guys.
looks kind of cute. If bread can look cute. Can you see that?
Ooh, I think can you take it out?
I'm going to take it out, yes.
Okay, good. I'm so excited. I want some bread now, guys. Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm holding out till Wednesday.
Wednesday's coming. Okay, so this is super fun. So I've done something with you that I haven't done before today, and that's use these scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make a tighter dough. But look how cute that looks.
That looks so good.
Nice. I mean, another thing, I don't know if anybody makes French onion soup. This is the perfect. Gosh, here, listen to this. Listen to the crunch. I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. Ready? Turn it around. Did you hear
Oh,
that?
wow. Yes.
But always that one thing they say, if you want to know if a bread is done, you thump it. If it sounds like it's thumping, it's done. So I'm going to let that sit and cool off.
Yum. Ricky says, ooh, it looks really good. I want some bread right now. Oh, let's read Keith. Oh my gosh, look at all the bread, guys.
Once on the lips, forever on the hips. Only if you eat it for every meal.
Are you gonna put some butter on and eat it in front of us?
That wasn't that awful. You know what? I'm gonna put some butter on just so you can see how pretty it is. Like the holy bread.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh, let's see. Keith says, yeah, mine is annoying people. I do a very good job at that, sarcastic. I notice everything well sometimes. I always go, what if about everything. Last time I was going to the bus, I saw a woman with a trash bag holding while she had a can. I thought 5 things at 3 seconds, and I went, ma'am, can I help you with the trash? Oh, well that's sweet though, and I can understand. Sometimes we all overthink things too. You know, it's hard not to kind of like constantly think about things a lot. I personally, Keith, I do have a slight problem where sometimes I need to help, like take something natural to help me calm down when I sleep, because I tend to brainstorm a lot, and it's very hard for me to shut down my brain when I've got a lot of stuff that I have to accomplish the next day or even in the next couple of weeks. So I'm like, so I have to really sometimes focus. Sometimes I'll even take like CBD to help me, you know, sleep better and stuff like that too. So last night was pretty good. I didn't need to take anything. Last night I slept pretty solid, but I was pretty tired from the whole entire day. So
Yeah, I think it's you do what you need to do. I will use some essential oils to help me sleep sometimes.
yeah.
It really does make a difference. And I've also used for anxiety, guys. If anybody has anxiety, are we allowed to be doing this? We're not.
Yeah, if it's natural, and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, and again, I've done natural things for a long time, and one of the things I learned along the way was that you can't tell people what to do. You can't tell them this is going to work for you because everybody's different. Christina, like you say, we're all different
Always,
in our
yeah.
body, and we metabolize things differently. And what works for me might not work for you. But I try to use as many natural things as I can. And I don't even know where I'm having a moment.
I think because we read Keith's comment and we just kind of got off on,
That's where I was going. Anxiety.
Yeah.
Use something that somebody told me about, and it's funny because I once I realized I actually had a sweet basil essential oil. Basil or holy basil, even sweet basil, is known to help anxiety.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and so I went and I got myself some capsules, And I was using and I probably smelled like a salad, but
Ooh,
um, I
let's
was using.
see.
Go ahead.
Let's see if Mr. Moderator can pull up some basil capsules.
Okay.
What is it? Basil basil capsules on Amazon. I bet you that they're here, and maybe we can post them in the chat for those that are interested.
Yeah, I'm sure they're good. I'm even thinking I might have gotten mine through Amazon.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, Amazon pretty
Oh.
much gonna want, and it saves you a trip to the store.
Oh no, absolutely. That's my whole thing. Like I don't have to
Yeah.
go to the store and deal with people.
Just like being at home.
I
I
do.
do love being.
Johnny says I love Italian bread sandwiches. Yes, that anything with bread, right?
Oh yes, yeah. This is. Please make this bread. Please make this bread. It is, and let me just tell you here. I'm just going to tell you, if you go online and you look for no knead bread, Mark Bittman, MarkBittman, New York Times food editor. There are a few of these videos out, but I believe I saw the original video probably 10 years ago. It's been a long while. And he takes you, it's not a super long video, but he takes you down into Hell's Kitchen in New York to this small bakery where this guy is doing amazing, beautiful breads. And he likes to tell you, you'll hear him say, and even a 4-year-old can do it, or a 5-year-old, or something like that. Of course, you'll let a child hold on to or play with an oven that's 500 degrees. But mixing it together is so simple. It is just so simple, and you will be so thrilled. Don't stress over. I would just say the only advice I would give is don't overwork the dough once you, and Dana, I don't know if you left, but don't overwork the dough once you are getting it ready to go in the oven, because you don't want to lose the air from the fermenting that you attained from those 12 hours. But yeah, so the one that I made is so cute because I tucked it a little bit. So here's the difference. Here, let me get the other one. This one's a little bigger, a little flatter maybe, but
Oh, wow.
listen, sometimes the bread talks to me. No, it's actually when you take the bread out of the oven, you can actually hear the sesame seeds like popping, like the oil.
Mmm.
Yeah, and it's just so a little bit of flour when you tighten that dough up a little bit to give yourself a nice firmer surface, so you can play with the scissors. I'm going to do this again. I really really like that.
And so you don't want like when you're mixing the dough and stuff like that, you want it to be like you want to add enough flour to where it's not like super tacky, right?
When you're making it, you know,
Like when you're kneading it.
yeah, you're not kneading it, so you're not. This is why they call it no knead. You're not going to knead it. You're just going to
Oh.
let it. So what you're going to do is, so what I did was I really didn't knead it. I really kind of just manipulated it. I'll just say that I manipulated the bread to. So I actually, when I poured that bread out, that loose
Mhm.
dough onto that surface that I had already put on some flour. If there, not a lot of flour, but enough flour to help to keep it from sticking. And then I put a layer of sesame seeds on top of that, and I, kind of poured that dough onto that, and I just kind of moved the sides in, so the part that was covered with the flour and the sesame seeds was going to be on the bottom.
Mm.
Part underneath was going to be my top. Now that's this one. I don't always do it that way. I'll just take it and put it down that way, and just fold it in so those sides that are, I'm making a kind of a ball type of a thing. And I do a video of that so people can see that. Um, but this one, this one is just a little different. So you look at the bottom, You see that? Kind of, you can see where it was kind of tucked a little bit. That kind of a
Yeah,
crease.
yeah. It looks good.
So it really, I'm really kind of thrilled with this little shape because it's almost like a little football. But
Mm-hmm.
I and I don't have a pan. I would like to get myself. They have little silicone things. I don't know. They might even have them on. And I don't know how hot you can have with a silicone thing. If you're doing a 350, 400-degree oven and you're using silicone bread forms, um, they might have something like that on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But
Um,
honestly, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you can use. So if you go to the website, if you find Mark Bittman's no knead bread recipe, visit to Hell's Kitchen with this, in this little place. The guy there will tell you you can use Pyrex,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you can use cast iron. I honestly feel like for me the preferred pan is the enameled cast iron because it's that lighter color on the inside. A lot of times he'll have the color, darker color on the inside, the light color on the inside, and that coating. Um, Anything cast iron is going to really absorb a lot of heat, and so without the coating, it's really going to. It's there's more of a chance of burning. Oh, how long do you? So William. Oh, is that Christina?
That's Christina. Yeah.
You let it ferment like 12 hours. Some people go. I actually did it for over 24 hours once. And while you're doing that, I think at a certain point over 12 hours, the bubbling ceases and you can lose some of the air if you do more than 12 hours. So I kind of stick to 8 to 12 hours. And okay, question. Uh, 3 cups for 1 cup of flour. Okay, I'm sorry. So let me just answer Christina. So 12 hours. Just give it, I would say 8 to 12 hours. 12 hours is your preferred amount of time to let it ferment. And don't play with it, don't mix it, don't deflate it. You don't want to do that. And just watch the video. Maybe we can figure out how to get that to you. So Keith says, I have a question about the bread instead of 3 cups for 1 cup of flour. Oh, okay. So you want to cut it. So you want to make a
Like if
little
you made
baby.
like a little baby bread.
So I would just do whatever a third is of each. And honestly, I sometimes ask my phone, what is 1/3? Now we know that 1 cup of flour, like you say. So what is 1/3 of a teaspoon and a half? I mean, I just do that. You can kind of so with those things you can kind of guesstimate. You can kind of look at it. The water actually, so a third of a cup and a half of water is going to be a half a cup. So it's going to be a half a cup of water to 1 cup of flour, and your yeast is going to be minuscule. So I would just, and honestly, I say put in a level quarter teaspoon of yeast and don't sweat it. It's not going to hurt to do that.
Mm-hmm. B says, I know if I try this, I'll just mess it up. Can I just buy some from you?
Oh, you know what? You can do this. I know you can do this. B, please, please, please tell me you're going to try. You can do it. I feel
It's
confident.
such a forgiving recipe. It really is.
It really is. I mean, we're not talking about anything but, I mean, let's just do this. You have a pot with a top. It's cold. You stick it in the oven on a little piece of oil. You set your oven to 500 degrees. Okay, that's when you have your bread. Let's go back and do the bread. The bread dough is 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon and a half of salt, a heavy quarter teaspoon of yeast,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to sip those together, and you're going to add a cup and a half of water. You're going to mix that with a spatula, and you are going to cover that with, I cover mine with plastic wrap. And so I'll do like usually 3 to 4 loaves or three to four recipes of dough. And what I do is I put them in big bowls. They don't really need to be that big because it doesn't rise the same way. It's fermenting, and I stack them. So I'll put plastic wrap on one bowl, put a plate on top of that, put another bowl with plastic wrap and a plate, another bowl with a plastic wrap and plate, and I've got this stack of bowls that I just let sit for 12 hours. But so all you have to do is you just have to mix that stuff together, put your water in, mix it good, make sure all your flour is incorporated, cover it. You kind of want an airtight seal because you don't want to get that dough to dry out in any way while it's fermenting. And then you just let it sit for 12 hours. And when you're close to your 12 hours, you just set your oven with your cold pot and to 500 degrees with the top on in the oven. And when that timer when it comes to temperature at 500, you're just going to take your dough on a surface and put some flour. You don't even have to use sesame seeds. You don't have sesame seeds. Some people use oat bran or you know, there's just a lot of things that you can sprinkle on top. I
Poppy
actually
seeds.
poppy seeds, yes. So one of my friends at work is has gotten on the bread wagon. He's just does some wonderful things, and he actually took some and got me into it. He started doing some fresh rosemary. Phil
Mm.
is he's a first grade teacher, and he is king gardener. Our school, you would not believe what goes on in our school. The gardening, and Phil is head of all that. He just does, and Laura is another teacher. Um, they're amazing people, and they just do amazing things. She does all kinds of recycling. She has boxes of she has worm boxes. So these, I mean, this is crazy, right? We're talking about bread. We're going from food to worms, but just amazing stuff that goes on. So
Hmm.
where was I going with that? How did I get to worms? But there's a lot of things you can do with so fresh rosemary, chopping up fresh rosemary, incorporating that into the dough before it even starts to ferment. Yeah, you could do a lot of things. You really can. You can have a lot of fun. I told you I use the Kalamata olives. You can do olives in your bread. If you don't overdo it, it's really delicious. I
Ooh,
go ahead.
could you do like some cheese?
Yes, why not? Sure.
Mm.
Yes, got it inside there. You don't really have to worry about. Yeah, I would do cheese in a heartbeat.
That
What
sounds
kind of
delicious.
cheese? What kind of cheese would you use?
Maybe like probably like a you could even do like a maybe like a cheddar or even like parmesan.
Definitely. There's no reason why you can't do that. I love. Have you ever done beer bread?
I haven't, but I have been wanting to because I've heard that it's like really good too.
Oh, easy. Another easy bread, and yeah, you put cheese in there, and you use beer. It's delicious. It's so delicious. It's got a
Mm.
beautiful bread is very
Um.
good. And cooking and making is so awesome. Well, more expensive. What's more expensive? It's not more expensive to bake it for sure. It's much
Mhm.
cheaper. And I will tell you. Let's see. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to read this and think and talk at the same time, and I can't do that. When I finally made pizza good, I was so excited. I even made vegan pizza bread for my friend, which I bought vegan cheeses. Oh, she liked the bread. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. I did make
Mhm.
a whole wheat. Well, it wasn't all whole wheat, but it was a dark. Turned out real dark. I made a wheat bread, no knead bread like this, and I added raisins and nuts. And I don't know if you're into that, but it was delicious.
No, that actually sounds really good.
I froze it because I was the only one eating it.
Oh,
So,
that's the story of my life. That's what happens with the bags of chips.
it's hard though. Yeah, they're addicting. They really are. Bread is addicting.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, I didn't butter my piece of bread probably because I'm trying to avoid eating at this hour. Um, it's
What?
only 10:30. So it's okay. Look, hold on. See, it's not like it's one thing to get the person that works out and is hardcore and so good about eating well. It's one thing to get her to eat bread and cookies. But me, no, not so much. Hold on, let me see if I can tighten this. But this, yeah, to make this butter. So this is a double recipe because I use I use salted butter, and so rather than using the unsalted, which they called for, and then adding salt and pepper, it was too salty. So I had to add another stick of butter. Um, but
Butter makes
it's
everything better.
does it truly does. Butter is a gift. Um, so this is. Let's see. You know what? No, I can't do that. I was going to try and look it up. I think it's one stick of softened butter. Don't melt it, just soft. And it's got a teaspoon of finely minced fresh garlic, a teaspoon of lemon juice, and a tablespoon of finely chopped fresh oregano.
Mmm.
And you salt, I think it's like a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and that is in unsalted, one stick of unsalted butter. Um, oh, Dana, thank you. Oh, Wes. My friend Dana says Wes will be proud of me for doing a live. Wes is one of our students, and oh my,
Oh.
he's into so I think it's WWE. I'm so sorry you have. Well, if your battery dies, I love you, Dana, and I will see you on Tuesday. Please enjoy your weekend and take care of your beautiful cows. You should see her cows; they're gorgeous.
Oh,
Um,
really? What colors
I
does she
know
have?
they are. Dana, you're gonna have to tell me they're long-haired cows with
Oh,
horns.
wow.
Cows have horns, but I forget what they're called. I want to say Himalayan, but that's probably not right at all. They're just gorgeous cows, and they're so pretty. They really and
Hmm.
she's their mommy. She gives them cookies. Not all the time. Gives them cookies, and she's a great cow mommy. I love you, Dana. Thanks for coming.
So
Dana,
Christina wants to know how long you bake it for.
okay, all right. Let me go back here. Be going moo all the time. They're pretty. You should see these cows, Keith. Seriously, they're gorgeous. Let's see. How did you say? Okay, so once you get it in the oven, remember, I always feel like I have to say it over again. You're putting a a cold pan with the cover in a cold oven, and you're setting it to 500. Reaches 500, and you're ready to bake your 12-hour fermented dough. You're going to put it in the pot for 30 minutes with the lid on. And after 30 minutes, you're going to take the lid off for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how light it is. If it's super light, I would leave it in there for 15 minutes.
Whoa.
It, oh, yeah, kind of like that.
That's the Scottish Highland right there.
Or I think it's Scottish Highland. I think she has, and they're kind of like a wee cow. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Wow, they're really unique. I've never actually seen a cow like that before. They're actually really pretty.
Yes, yes, they're just very pretty cows. They look like they need their hair done all the time, like somebody's combing their hair for them or something
Right.
long. They're
They're
so
high
pretty.
maintenance cows.
Oh, I don't know. I never thought about it that way. But they look like they just jumped out of the shower all the time. They're just fluffy,
They're like,
pretty, so pretty. Oh, Dana, here or not, but thank you so much for coming. Scottish Highland, thank you, Dana. Yes, they are. Yes, yes, they're beautiful, and she's the best mom ever.
are you gonna eat that bread or what? I'm living
Okay,
my bread fantasy through you right now.
here's the butter. Okay, I gotta go this way, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you watch. See, I already got my fix before. You're going to enjoy this more than I will.
Oh man, that looks so good.
It's such a great bread, Christina. You
This
know
is so unfair.
it is. You need to be here, or I need to be there. It's good. It's good. So here, I'm going to take a bite of you. Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh, geez. Okay. He says it's 11. Mm.
Oh, getting up 11 p.m. Have to get to bed to wake up at 3 or 5 a.m. to finish my shoulder and back. Everyone have a good night. Oh, Keith, thank you so much for joining in and hope you have a good evening. I'll see you hopefully on Monday. I'll be live again on Monday.
Take care. You made it a lot of fun, Keith. Thanks so much for coming. We'll see you again.
Johnny Kong says cream cheese. You put
Oh.
so that's actually butter, but you could use cream cheese.
Mm-hmm. Cream cheese is good for so many things. It makes me think of something I want to bake for you all. Like,
oh, speaking of that, what do you have in mind? What were you saying?
I was thinking of possibly doing cinnamon rolls.
Oh my god.
These are Cinnabon copycats. And they're
Do you,
just.
okay. So everybody comment since we're heading towards the end of this live. Let's get a go ahead and put in the chat if you want to see my mom make cinnamon rolls next week. Put a 1 in the chat right now. Or yeah, put a number 1 in the chat right now if you want to see her make cinnamon rolls. And if you don't, put 2.
Ricky's voted.
He's like, oh yeah, I vote cinnamon rolls.
Killer. These are killer cinnamon rolls. And Dana, if you're out there, I think Dana's had some. I'm not.
Anna says 1. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people for the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. And I kind of I think I do like 1.5 the filling. And
Christina says yes.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, cannolis. You know what? You know who's made cannolis? How do I point? She's made cannolis. I've never made cannolis. She even made the shells.
I did.
Cinnamon rolls votes. I think cinnamon rolls wins. Cannolis.
Maybe.
I'll tell you. I love cannolis.
So maybe one day cannolis, but it looks like cinnamon rolls gets the vote. So looks like somebody's gonna be making cinnamon rolls next week.
Okay, sounds like a plan. All right, Christina, maybe if we do, or if I do, whatever, I think we should do cannolis together.
That's actually a great idea. Ricky says, leave the dumbbell, take the cannolis.
You haven't been watching that movie, have you? Yeah, that's it, Christina. If you do that, you got to make sure it's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because if I make cannolis, I'm gonna have to have a friggin' cannoli. So it's gonna have to be Wednesday.
Hold on, I'm gonna plug my phone in. Hold on.
Okay.
See, I've worked this out.
Bread looks so good.
It is good.
I've seen all the Godfathers about 30 times.
Yeah, that's how we are in this house with anything Marvel. Hold on one second. Let me close that so I can see. There we go. You can see how it's kind of like eating this is delicious, but after I've already eaten it, and you know when you make something a lot, it's not as thrilling for you as it is for other people.
Trust me, it's I'm just to look at it looks amazing. I mean, I'm just like, yeah. My cheat meal this week wasn't the greatest. It was kind of a disappointment, so I'm looking forward to Wednesday again.
What did you have?
Oh, we went to this restaurant, and you ever go to like a restaurant that you've been going to and it feels like it's like that it's probably gonna be closer to the last time that you go, because it's just like it gets worse and worse and worse. You ever been to one of those restaurants where things just get worse? It's like they're going downhill or something.
Is it Italian? Don't tell me it's Italian.
No, it wasn't in Italian. It was not an Italian place. I'm not going to name any names, but we're never going to go back there again. It was so bad. Like the past 4 times we went, the service was so bad, and then they got our stuff wrong, and then like this time there was hair in the food, and it was awful.
So terrible.
Yeah, and Derek's actually one of the servers or whatever, they brought out, this was like really crazy. They brought out it was like dry. I can't even describe it. So it was chicken that was like dry, but then on the inside it was like not cooked all the way.
Did you get back?
What did he take it back? So yeah, then they tried to charge for the extra chicken sandwich. So we were just like, oh my gosh, like we're never going back there again. It was so awful. Yeah, it was crazy. It was awful. But yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to see if reading all these comments here. B wants to know if have you ever watched The Sopranos before?
I have never watched The Sopranos. I've only seen, I'm trying to think of why I know. There was a show, there was something to do with the people that were on The Sopranos. Oh, it's a commercial. They did a commercial. The guys on The Sopranos do a commercial.
Mm.
And have you seen it?
I personally have, well, no, I haven't seen that commercial, but somebody else asked me if I've seen The Sopranos before. Somebody else has recently watched The Sopranos. I personally have never, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I've never watched The Sopranos before.
I've never seen them. Never. I know of the show, but I've never watched the show.
Yeah.
It's obviously an Italian show.
Yes. Ricky says, I've seen The Sopranos about 3 times. I have the box set. It's time to watch it again. James Gandolfini was too good, and then Ricky says, I miss him. He was just breaking free from that role, and was really a good actor. It was a really good show.
He passed away?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna eat the bread.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap things up. So Ricky said yes, he did die. We're gonna wrap things up. Johnny says, I watch LA SWAT, Blue Bloods, The Rookies, Chicago PD, and Fire. I know, B, I've never seen it before. I'm committing a sin here. Maybe I need to look at it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess are we calling it a night?
Yes, guys. So we're gonna be back on, and my mom is gonna be making cinnamon rolls per your request here. So any final questions before we go ahead and head in for the night? I know it's late where my mom is. It's like 10:50, which is amazing. The obsession Tony had with ducks cracks me up. It sounds like my type of show.
Aw, that's so true, right? Oh, Christina, yeah. Well, I already talked ducks in the classroom, the kindergarten class.
Join us July 4th barbecue. All right, guys. So, okay. Do you have any questions for my mom?
Yeah. Any questions about bread or time or anything? We can maybe figure out next time how to the recipe's so easy. I hope that if you need it, you will reach out to me, or next time when you come back, we can get it down. Make sure that you have it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This was like really, really fun. Definitely had a lot of fun with you guys. I hope you loved my mom. She's gonna be on here more doing lives and stuff like that. And then eventually we'll have her switch over, and she's gonna be doing the other channel, doing some stuff on the other channel too. But Christina says, if you add olives, would you add it in when you ferment or right before you put it in the oven?
I have done both. You're going to get a little more flavor in. The thing is, depending on the kind of olive you use, Kalamata are purpley kind of olives. I probably with the olives, I probably would do that as you're just before you bake it, before you put it in the oven. It's a little bit different than doing herbs, so I would probably wait to add. Yeah.
All right. Well, good question. And thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I was really happy to see all of the regulars in here. We've got Ricky, Dana, B, Johnny Kong, Christina. It was good to see you. That's my cousin, by the way, guys. And who else? Who else was in here? I'm scrolling through to make sure. Anna, I really enjoyed seeing you as well.
Dana and Dana were here.
And Dana, yes, 2 double Danas.
Julian,
Keith, Julian, Keith. I think Keith already left, but really happy to have all of you guys here. So I will personally be live again on Monday. My mom will be live again. Rosalinda's still in the chat joining us. I'm so glad you're still here, Rosalinda. Ricky said this was really fun. Enjoyed it. You did an awesome job, Mom, by the way. And Julian wants to know, would it be more flavorful with a color coordinated KitchenAid? Yes. Yes,
always.
It would. So, nice to finally meet you, Mama Ferraro.
Good to meet you, Rosalinda.
All right, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and also a wonderful holiday weekend. But have a great evening, guys, and thanks again for tuning in.
All right. Bye. Take care.